guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing another super in-depth and super honest review on the super popular TikTok viral Lululemon Define jacket in the Nulu material. I'm going to be comparing the cropped version and the regular length version with the hood as well. I'll be going over the specs, where to buy, the price, the pros and cons, and my overall final score of this product and which one I would recommend to you. So if you're interested in any of that, then please keep on watching. So first of all, we're going to start off with price and where to buy. So the cropped version of the Define jacket, the one I'm wearing right now, typically retails for a regular price about $128 Canadian. I happen to get mine here in size 6 in the color Strawberry Milkshake, which is super viral right now. It actually was really viral for a long time and then it was discontinued and it recently had a comeback, so I'm super happy about that because look how gorgeous this shade of pink is. In my opinion, it is truly the perfect shade of pink. And the regular length version, the non-cropped version of the Define jacket, is actually typically the same price as the cropped version. However, if you do decide to get the version with the hoodie included, then it's about $10 more. So it's about $138 Canadian for the hooded version. So both of the Define jackets that I happen to have here are in the Nulu material, which is this very buttery smooth yet very cool to the touch, cooling, moisture wicking fabric. However, it also comes in another fabric called Luon, which is much more cottony and way less cooling to the touch. It's more thick and warm, I would say. Whether you decide to go with Luon or Nulu material, it's actually the same price either way, which is nice. I have tried on the Define jacket in the Luon cottony material in store, and I found it to be slightly less flattering than the Nulu material, as because it is a thicker cotton, it's just less adhering and flattering to the body, whereas I find with the Nulu fabric, because it's so sleek, silky and smooth, it tends to adhere to your curves in a much more second skin like way, whereas the Luon material just feels kind of bulky and less flattering. Yeah, it just doesn't hug your figure in as much of a seamless way as the Nulu material, I find. So my personal recommendation is the Nulu. Of course, it's totally your choice what material you want to get. And they are the same price anyway. So now I'm just going to go over the specs and claims of this jacket. First, we're going to start off with the cropped version. So I just have the tag here that I've saved, and I'm just going to read you the specs and claims on the back of it. So it just says why we made this. Define cropped jacket Nulu. Whether you're up for an adventure or ready for downtime, this shortened version of our fan favorite Define jacket has a feel-good fit that can do it all. Our buttery soft Nulu fabric feels weightlessly light and is sweat wicking and 4-way stretch. Added lycra fiber for stretch and shape retention, zippered pockets, thumb holes and cuffins, locker loop for easy hanging, zipper garage keeps chafe in check, elastic zipper pull doubles as an emergency hair tie, slim fit, waist length. And now I'm just going to read you the description of the regular length Define jacket. This one happens to have the hood. Why we made this. Define hooded jacket Nulu. Up for adventure and ready for downtime, our fan favorite hooded Define jacket, powered by Nulu fabric, has a feel-good fit that can do it all. Our buttery soft Nulu fabric feels weightlessly light and is sweat wicking and 4-way stretch. Added lycra fiber for stretch and shape retention, cinchable hood, zippered hand pockets, elastic zipper pull doubles as an emergency hair tie, thumb holes and cuffins, locker loop for easy hanging, slim fit, hip length. So now let's do a try-on test of each of these jackets in the cropped size and in the regular length size. wear it with the zipper down at the chest here, as I have a little bit of a larger chest, so I do find that it lets the girls breathe a little bit easier personally. But yeah, if you were to zip it all the way up, it looks like this. Super duper flattering, as you can see. Alright, so as you can see, there is a little finger hole here, which is super comfy. And also, these sleeve cuffs come down like this to become sort of like these weird little hand warmers, which is nice if you're like me and you're always perpetually freezing cold. I really love that feature. The Nulu fabric is incredibly buttery, smooth, and soft, but also cooling at the same time somehow. Like, it keeps you warm, but not too hot. And it's just the perfect temperature. It's like a second skin. As you can see, there is these zippered pockets. The zippers are all super smooth throughout the jacket, including the main zipper as well. There is this little emergency hair tie on the zipper as usual. And there is this really beautiful stitching all the way throughout. It creates sort of like a corset-like boning that just really flatters your figure. And here's the back. There's like this little air pocket here, which is quite cool. And then the logo as well. And yeah, just like every single stitch was done with intention in order to flatter you in the best way possible. And it just moves with your body like a second skin. I absolutely love it. Cons of the cropped version. So if you are on the shorter side like me, I'm only 5'2", then I would generally recommend that you get the cropped version of the Define jacket. Of course, this is just a generalization. Short people come in all different shapes and sizes. Some have longer torsos, some have longer legs. Everyone has their own unique proportions, but typically speaking, us short people struggle with having our legs look not that long, like our legs looking really short and not as long and lean as we would like. So in my personal experience as a short gal, I tend to always go for a cropped version of anything when it comes to like jackets and tops and stuff like that, because I find that when it ends higher up on my waist, it just gives the illusion that my legs are longer than they are, which is nice and flattering when you are a short person like me. I already don't have a lot of length when it comes to my frame, so a longer jacket just kind of eats up my waist even more. It just makes my torso look awkwardly long and my legs even shorter, if you know what I mean. I actually tried on the Define jacket for the very first time in the longer length regular version and in the cottony Luan material, and found it to be incredibly unflattering on my 5'2" frame. And I was devastated because, you know, on Pinterest and TikTok and like pink Pilates girls are always rocking this jacket, and it just seems to effortlessly look so flattering and so good on everyone. So I was so excited to try it and look snatched. And when I tried it in that material and length, it just looked honestly really bulky and frumpy, and it kind of just like held on to all the parts I didn't want to show. And I guess maybe because I was wearing thick pants underneath, but it just really rolled up on top of my pants in a really bulky, super unflattering way. And at first I felt horrible about myself. Like, this jacket is supposed to be famous for making you look good and slim. So I was like, I must really be out of shape if it makes me look bulkier than I am. Until recently, I tried it on in the Nulu fabric in the cropped edition. I swear the cropping and the material you choose for this jacket is life-changing, because as soon as I put it on in the cropped Nulu version, I was like, okay, now it's starting to look like the Pink Pilates Princess girls. Like, this is what it's supposed to look like, you know, snatched, like a second skin, smooth and silky, flattering. I was like, yes, it was literally just that I was trying it in the wrong length and material for my specific frame. So if you have a Lululemon near you locally, I would highly recommend trying on all the different fabric and length options of this jacket, because there's so many different options out there now, and they all serve a different purpose and can make your body look completely different depending on the one that you get. So yeah, in general, if you are on the short side, definitely get the cropped version. Or if you're even a taller person and you just don't like that maybe your torso is a little bit on the disproportionately long side, then get the cropped. It's always just gonna make your legs look longer. And another pro with the cropped version is a lot of pants nowadays, especially for women, tend to be high-waisted. So if you have a cropped top with a high-waisted bottom, it just is less bulky and it just stops at a more flattering place on your frame as well. And now for some of the cons of the cropped version. It can be a tad bit colder because, well, literally it's just less fabric covering you. So for example, if you're like bending over, it tends to ride up a little bit and it can expose a little bit of your lower back, and just in general it's obviously less warm because you're just less covered because there's less fabric covering that part of your body. Another con is that the longer length or like regular length version is literally the exact same price. So you're technically getting more bang for your buck in terms of money, because it's literally more material and more fabric for the same price. So yeah, you might as well just get the long version in that regard. So if you're the kind of person who cares about bang for your buck above anything else, then it might be a good idea to get the longer version because it's the same price anyways. So that is it for the pros and cons of the cropped version specifically. Now I'm just going to go over the pros and cons of the Define Jacket Nulu in general. Whether you get the long or short version, these are across the board the pros that I've found for both. The number one pro when it comes to the Define Jacket and the Nulu material is that it is incredibly flattering. This jacket is viral on TikTok and Pinterest for a reason. It truly snatches you in all the right places. It nips and tucks in such a flattering way. And yeah, it just makes your body look awesome. It's truly one of the only articles of clothing where I genuinely love how my body looks when I wear this. And that is very rare for me. All of the boning and stitching is very strategically placed in a way that nips and tucks you in all the right places, accentuating all of your curves in the most flattering way possible. I've always been a sucker for these little finger holes for some reason, I guess because my hands are always cold. But I really like this little feature. You can also wear it without or with, it's totally up to you. I just love how seamless they are. It just feels like, I don't know, like I'm a biker or something. I really like that look. I also love the little feature of being able to put your hands inside the sleeves, as well as, once again, if you're perpetually freezing cold like me, it's just really nice to have that feature there. The material is unbelievably soft, yet somehow it keeps you cool. It's almost like the perfect body temperature that it keeps you at. Not too hot, but not too cold. It's honestly amazing technology. I mostly just wear this jacket to go out because it's stylish. I had yet to use it for an actual workout until recently, but I finally got up the courage to use it to work out recently just so that I could film this review. So I happened to try it out with the black one. I actually went to the gym and did a hardcore cardio workout in it. And normally when I do that workout, I sweat buckets. But somehow with the Define jacket, yes, I did still sweat, of course, but it kept it at bay. Definitely kept my sweat at a minimum, as it does temperature regulate and moisture wick in keeping the sweat off, and I didn't feel as drenched in sweat as normal. So yeah, if you do want to buy this not just for style, but you actually want to use it with the intention of working out in it, then it definitely does serve that purpose as well. It's amazing to work out in, and it like moves with the contours of your body like a second skin. It's amazing. And yeah, I was seriously impressed by how cool it kept me throughout. The zippers are also buttery smooth, and I just really love how easy they are to zip up and down. It rarely gets caught because it's not a metal zipper, which I like. And the final pro I can think of is that it washes decently well. So of course, because I did wear this to the gym, I did end up washing it, which again, I was really scared to wash it because I was scared it would affect the material. But it actually feels pretty much exactly the same even after having gone through the wash. I will say I did not put this in the dryer, so maybe that helped. But yeah, just putting it on a regular wash cycle, it stayed the same level of softness and none of that sheen went away. It still very much has that cooling texture. So yes, clothing that washes well is a huge pro for me because obviously we have to wash our clothes, right? Anything that's really high maintenance or hard to wash, I'm just reluctant to gravitate towards, and I rarely ever wear, because why would you want to wear something that's really high maintenance to clean? And now I'm just going to go over the cons of both jackets in general once again. But sometimes it's actually too cooling. The cooling feature that I mentioned, yes, sometimes it's too cooling. So it's not really that super winter appropriate, especially Canadian winters. My boyfriend actually got this one for me for Christmas. So when I was wearing it around Christmas time and it was like -17 degrees one day, I wore it underneath my winter coat, and honestly, I was freezing cold. It is not insulating at all. It definitely kept me extra cold. So if you're someone like me who is like iron deficient and just perpetually always freezing cold no matter what season, that is a little bit of a con. However, if you are someone that has a typically warm body temperature and you tend to overheat easily and you hate being hot and you're like typically a pretty like warm and sweaty person, it is amazing for that. So yes, I would recommend this if you have a regularly warm body temperature. And just one more con that I wanted to mention with specifically the hooded version is the hood tends to actually get in the way a little bit, especially the tassel strings. Especially when I was running, it was just kind of flopping all over the place, so I had to tuck them in. And then the hood is kind of like bulky when you're laying down to do like leg press. So yeah, in general, I see actually why the hoodless, like just the collar version, is the viral one. I thought it was cute because I typically prefer hoodies over just like collared things. But when it specifically comes to the Define jacket, I see why the hoodless version is the popular one. And the final con I can think of is if you get it in a light color, such as the pink or light blue or white, it does seem like stains probably won't come out of it. I don't know, it just seems like a very porous material. I think I did get some makeup on the back of the arm or something, and yeah, I don't think that's coming out. So I'm like super terrified to ever get this dirty. So I do tend to gravitate towards the black one more for that reason. But yeah, I just want to keep that in mind, that it doesn't seem like it will wash stains out easily. Alright, so overall my final score of the Lululemon Define jacket in the Nulu material is a solid 8.5 out of 10. It is amazing. I honestly find myself wanting to wear it every single day. I want it in every color. I'm addicted to this darn thing, and yes, I do get the hype. Honestly, a lot of TikTok viral products, I'm like, it's hit and miss. I don't follow every single trend because they just come and go so incredibly quickly. But this one, I will say, I can see the hype, I see why. I hope it is popular for a while because it is so incredibly flattering and comfortable on everyone. I just love it. And if I had to recommend one over the other, it would be the cropped version without the hood, for the reasons that I mentioned in this video. But at the end of the day, I'm super happy to have both versions, as they both serve different purposes, and overall the longer length is warmer and the hood is warmer too. So it really is up to your preference. So that is it for this video, you guys. Thank you so very much for watching. Please don't forget to give it a like if it was helpful to you, and please don't forget to leave a comment down below, and also subscribe to my channel, as it would mean the absolute world to me. So thank you all again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!